on me. If you need me, then just call me. Call on me.
Baby, if you fall, I won't let you down. I'ma pick you up. You need daddy, you call. I don't care who's around. I'ma pick you up. Baby, if you fall, I won't let you down. I'ma pick you up. You need daddy, you call. I don't care who's around. I'ma pick you up. So fall on me, I won't fall back. I can guarantee you that. Next one big, they'll get smacked. I can guarantee you that. Fall on me, I won't fall back. I can guarantee you that. Next one big, they'll get smacked. I can guarantee you that. You know me, I'm always on my grind. I just got your snap, damn baby girl, you fine.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Ebike Random Adventures. Today I got for you a 3,000 watt dual motor moped style electric bike. This one is called the Tonnerrey T8. They do say this word Tonnerrey means thunder in French. I did look it up, it actually does. Over in French though, they do say tonnerre, but us Americans, you know, we're gonna call this Tonnerrey. So this is the Tonnerrey T8. This bike's gonna have a lot of power, guys. It does have the dual 1500 watt motor in the front and in the rear. It does operate on a 60 volt, 30 amp hour battery, gonna give you that combined 3,000 watts of power. They do say it can give you speeds from 28 to 31 miles per hour. I did run it up unloaded after I unlocked it, and it did go all the way up to 35 miles per hour. So we're gonna have to ride this thing and see how fast it actually goes. I do want to say you're getting a lot of features on this bike for under $1,000. Just 1 year ago, this would have been totally unheard of, getting dual motors, 60 volts on a bike that was under $1,000. In addition to that, you do get hydraulic brakes on this bike, and they do have the large 180 millimeter rotors. There is no particular branding on these hydraulic brakes, but just the fact that you're getting hydraulic brakes on this budget bike is pretty awesome. On this bike, you do get the 20 by 4 inch fat tires with the black rims. These also have the Black Cat rubber on them. I do like these Black Cat tires. They have a little bit deeper knobby treads on them, and the rubber just seems a little bit nicer on these Black Cat tires. You do get the long bench seat here. You can definitely fit 2 riders here, but they do have the little small seat in the back. This seat and this frame assembly in the rear is totally removable. The bike does have 7 mechanical gears. That does include the Shimano gear set in the rear, as well as the Shimano tourney derailleur. It does have a basic dual crown fork suspension in the front. There are no adjustments on the stanchions, but it is pretty soft in the front. The bike is a hardtail in the rear, but you do have the 20 by 4 inch fat tires that will help absorb some of the bumps. All right, guys, let me talk about the overall size of the bike. It does show a measurement back here at this rear seat of 33 inches, but this main seat seems to be about 1 inch taller. When you get on this bike, it is pretty tall. I am 6 foot tall with 32 inch inseams. Let me show you how I fit on this bike. I can just stand flat footed with my 32 inch inseams, and I am sitting on the seat. So this is a pretty tall bike for a moped style bike. Let me sit down here. The seat is pretty firm, but it does have a couple inches of padding. You can sit up here in the front if you want a passenger in the back, or you can move way back here. I'll probably sit farther back here. The seat is a little bit wider the farther back you go. Then if you had a smaller passenger, they could probably sit on this back seat, or you could take that seat pad off. It's only on there with 1 screw, guys, and you could put a cargo basket or something in the rear. I do really like the handlebar setup on this one. They are pretty heavy duty looking, and they do have a nice rise to them. The handlebar stem is also angled up, so these handlebars do come up a little bit higher. I like it a lot. A couple other nice features you get on the bike is it does have the large headlight in the front that does have the halo ring around it and the bright beam in the center. It does come with a tail light and turn signals in the rear, as well as a horn in the front. One cool feature about the bike that I do like, since this bike does have the dual motors, it does have the single button here that you can switch from single motor to dual motor on the fly just by pressing the button. And when you do first power up the bike, it does come on in dual motor. The T8 does weigh in at 92 pounds, but when you add that large battery to it, that does bring it up to 122 pounds, and the bike does have an overall weight limit of 330 pounds. Let's talk about the looks of the bike. It looks pretty cool. Awesome moped style bike, and it is kind of a blank canvas with this one. They didn't put stickers all over the place. I always have people asking me, can I remove the stickers? Can I take the stickers off? And many times you can't because they've clear coated over the stickers. But this bike kind of comes as a blank canvas with this black. But since this bike already comes as a cool looking moped style bike, and it is kind of a blank canvas, you're gonna be able to modify this thing up. Everybody likes to modify their bikes these days. You're gonna be able to make this thing look really cool. You're gonna be able to make it look the way you want it to look. I already do have some plans myself. If you stick around a little bit later in the video, I am going to do a few little modifications to the bike. I might take that rear seat off. I might add some color here and there. Just do a few little mods, make the bike look a little bit more unique, make it look the way I want it to look. All right, guys, let me get you in here closer real quick. We'll take a look at the bike, then we'll take this thing out and ride it. A little bit later in the video, we will make those modifications and we will see how it turns out. Let's do this quick walk around right here. There's your 20 by 4 inch Black Cat branded fat tires. They do have a deep knobby tread on them. There's your hub drive motor in the front. This is 1500 watts. There's your hydraulic brakes with your 180 millimeter rotors. You get the same setup in the rear. Here's your basic dual crown fork suspension setup in the front. It looks like it does have quite a bit of travel here though. This is a look at your headlight. It does have the halo beam around it with the bright beam in the center. Let's take a look at the steel frame. It does say Tonnerrey down the side. It does have the detachable rear seat. This seat pad can be removed. The whole seat can be removed if you unbolt it from the frame. Here's the large 60 volt, 30 amp hour battery. This can be removed from the bike with the key here. It does have the power level indicator down here on the bottom if you press and hold it. The bike does come with the plastic fenders on the front and in the rear. One interesting thing about the bike is it does come with rear pegs already installed. Usually you have to install these yourself, but this one comes on the bike. There's a look at your rear hydraulic brake setup and your kickstand. Here's the taillight in the rear. The taillight is actually very bright. It does have some turn signals, but the turn signals are not very bright. You do get the taillight and turn signals in the rear, but there is no brake lights. These brakes do not have the motor cutoffs. Here's your crankset. It does come with these large plastic pedals, some medium length crank arms, and a dual-sided chain guard. It does come with the 7 Shimano gears and the Shimano tourney derailleur. There's a closer look at the numbers on your rear 60 volt hub drive motor. Up here on the handlebars, you do get some rubberized ergonomic hand grips. This is your hydraulic brake levers. These hydraulic brake levers do not have the motor cutoffs, so you can actually hold these brakes and throttle on. So you do need to be a little bit careful on this bike that doesn't have the motor cutoffs. This is your headlight button, your turn signal switch, and your horn. All right, let's take a look at the little control panel you got here. It does have the plus and minus for the pedal assist levels. This bike does have 5 levels of pedal assist. You get your power button here, you get the information button, you get the button to switch from single motor to dual motor. That does indicate down there on the bottom. See, right now we're in dual motor. Press it, now we're on single motor. On the display itself, you do get the battery life up here at the top. You do get the large mile per hour reading, your pedal assist level. Down here at the bottom, you do get trip, hit the I, odometer, voltage, back to trip. When I got the bike, it was revving up to 28 miles per hour unloaded. I am going to insert some footage here of how to unlock the bike up to 35 miles per hour. All right, everyone, I'm going to show you how to do the unlock procedure on this bike if your bike is stuck at 25 or 28 miles per hour. What you need to do is power it down. I have already unlocked this one, so I'm not sure if it's going to act the same, but I will tell you the procedure. Go ahead and hold your twist throttle all the way. Hold and press the power button. It's going to be like 5 to 10 seconds. You're going to see that 22 error code, which is the throttle error code, flashing on the screen up there. I did let it flash 10 times and then release the throttle. Let me try it now. Press and hold this power button. There you go, got your 22 error code. It flashes every second, so I just let it go for 10 seconds. Let me see if I can lock it back. All right, it's about 10 there. Release. Power it down. Power it back up. Get it in single motor. It does start up in dual motor. You don't want that front wheel spinning on you. Go up to pedal assist 5. Let's see what kind of speed we get now. All right, so it actually was able to lock it back. So you can lock it back to lower speed if you want to. That's good because now I'll get a chance to show you guys again. Power it down. Hold and twist your throttle, full throttle. Hold the power button for 10 seconds. Let that 22 flash 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release that throttle. Power it down. Power it back up. Get it back on single motor. Pedal assist 5. Let's try it now. There you go. Back up to 35 miles an hour. All right, guys, that is the unlock procedure for the bike. Over here on the right side, it does come with the phone holder. It does have the USB charger on the bottom. You get your 7-speed mechanical gear shifter. It does have the half twist throttle. Your back hydraulic brake is over here on the right side. In addition to the phone holder, they did give you a bike lock and a set of mirrors to put on the bike. All right, guys, let's take this 3,000 watt dual motor moped style bike out for a ride. First of all, let's try to pedal the bike with no power. Let me put it on pedal assist 0. We are in gear 1. Let's see if we can get this thing going here. All right, it's got a little bit of weight to it. Dual motor bike with a large battery. Yeah, you're not gonna wanna be pedaling this bike a whole lot without power. All right, let's get this power on. Pedal assist level 1. I got my GPS running here. We're gonna check if these speed levels are pretty accurate on the speedometer. Wait for the GPS to catch up. It is showing us 12 miles an hour here, pedal assist level 1. right, there you go. 12 miles an hour on the GPS. Right on, right on. Let's try level 2. Whoa, it's a powerful bike, guys. This is on single motor. Did you feel that power kick on? Let's see, already at 18 miles an hour, and I'm already all the way up in gear 6 here. Speedometer is dead on. 18 on board, 18 on the GPS. Let's go ahead and do this hill climb here. We'll check those other speed levels when we get up to the flat zone here. Let's do the hill climb on single motor, and then we will do it on dual motor. All right, single motor, pedal assist level 5. Let's go with throttle only on this one. Power comes on quick. Dropping down. All right, 17 miles an hour up the hill on single motor. This bike does have 1500 watt motor in the front, a 1500 watt motor in the rear, and those results line up with that. Very good result, 17 up the hill, right in line with other 1500 watt single motor bikes. But don't forget, this bike has a whole nother motor. We're about to find out what it can do. All right, let's get this on dual motor. Press the button right here. Get your 2 little wheels lit up. We are on pedal assist 5. Let's go. All right, got a front wheel burnout. Strong acceleration. All right, guys, flew up the hill. 26, almost 27 miles an hour. Really good results. This bike has the power, man. And they're not playing around on that power delivery either. This thing gives it to you. Let's do one acceleration run here, and then we will check out pedal assist level 3, 4, 5. 20, 25, 30. Let me just go ahead and go for top speed here, guys. I got my GPS running. We'll check that. I'm gonna give it a little tuck. All right, I gave it a good long run there on dual motor, 215-pound rider. Let's see what we got. It was showing 34.4 on board, and the GPS lines up with that. GPS is showing me 35 miles an hour, guys, so this is a pretty fast bike. Let me run back here real fast. We'll check pedal assist level 3. I want to see if you can pedal on pedal assist level 3, gear 7. I'm gonna put it back on single motor. All right, showing me 25 miles an hour here. Gear 7, you can keep up pedaling. Pedal assist 3, 25 miles an hour. It's kind of a fast cadence. This is as fast as you're gonna wanna pedal this bike. So you can pedal the bike on 1, 2, and 3. You're not gonna be able to keep up pedaling beyond that. And let's be honest, moped style bike, we're gonna be out here riding it like a moped. It's got that motorcycle feel to it. The bike is a little bit tall, leans over nicely though. You get just a little bit of whine out of those Black Cat knobby tread 20x4s, but it's not super loud or anything like that. So I'm riding in single motor right now, guys, pedal assist level 3. And I can tell you, the bike is just very responsive. The power comes on right away. It cruises nice, even right here on just pedal assist level 3. Single motor has plenty of power. And you got that whole other motor when you want it. These high-powered bikes, if you want to get some extended range out of your battery, ride them on single motor when you can. Put it on dual motor when you really need it, because you are going to be drawing a lot of watts when you're running both motors. This does have a big battery though. All right, let's whip it around here, get up to 20. Right there. Pull the brakes from that sign, guys. You can see my skid mark. We did leave a good 20-foot skid mark here. These hydraulic brakes, while they don't have any particular branding on them, they do have these large 180mm rotors, and they have a really good feel to them. They can totally lock up these tires and leave a patch of rubber, get you stopped pretty quick. You probably stop a little faster, actually, if you don't lock up the tires. But if you pull these brakes hard, they are going to lock up these tires. Overall, they have a nice linear feel to them. The levers feel good. The fact that you're getting these large hydraulic brakes, these dual motors, all this power, you could do wicked front wheel burnouts, and you're getting all that for under $1,000, 60-volt system. That's just insane. But like I said, if you're on dual motors here, you want to hang on to these handlebars. This thing will put you back. All right, guys, let's go hit the trail here. We do have a front suspension. I'm gonna tone this thing way down here. We're gonna be peeling out. Man, even pedal assist level 3 can do some wicked burnouts. That's on level 2, guys. Wicked burnouts, front tire burnouts. Holy moly. I'm gonna go ride the trail here. I'm gonna put it on single motor. This thing is strong, guys. I don't think you really need the dual motor like all the time. Let's just ride out here on single motor and see how it goes. Okay, we got up the hill, no problem. For some light trail riding, single motor is all you need. Sounds like they're out here working. I can hear some heavy equipment out here, so I don't know if I'll be able to get all the way to the lake or not today. It looks like somebody came out here and cleared the trail again, which is nice. Oh, it's so nice when they clear this trail. I kind of wonder how they do it. It's almost like they got a vacuum or something. The leaves are gone. Here's some big bumps. Check this front suspension out. Not bad on the front suspension. It is a hardtail in the rear, so you are going to feel some of those bumps. Dual motor, let's fly. Holy moly. That's fun, guys. This thing can blast. There's a lot of water in the creek, a lot of water. Let me see if I can go down here. This is real tough riding here with this tall grass. This bike's handling it. I'm not even hardly on the throttle. Trying to find a place to cross, but it is just totally saturated here. Let's just go across anyhow. All right. Straight up the hill from the bottom here. Nice. I'm gonna go down here to the bottom of this hill, and we will start from a dig down here. Whoa, it's soggy. I can feel the water in the grass here. All right, guys, this is a steep hill. See, we're rolling down. We're gonna start right here, right at the bottom. Dual motor, pedal assist 5. Let's see if it can take us up the hill from the bottom here. Let's go, let's go. Wheel is spinning out a little bit because of the wet grass. There we go. Beast moded us up the hill, straight from the bottom. All right, guys, what can I say? The bike has tons of power. For under $1,000 you're getting a lot of bike here. It's a stylish moped style bike right out of the box. Looks good. It is kind of that blank canvas. Like I said, we are going to change the looks of it a little bit later in this video. Stick around for that. All right, guys, I think we answered the question of whether or not the T8 can do off-roading. The thing can absolutely rip off-road if you want to. Is it the best off-roader? Not really, because it does have the hardtail in the rear and you're going to hit the bumps pretty hard if you're going fast. But you can cruise around at kind of a low to medium speed and just get anywhere you want. It has plenty of power to get anywhere you want. And as long as you're not going too fast over the big bumps, you're not going to hit too hard. Just air down those tires and you can do a lot of off-roading with this bike. Let me check the turning radius of the bike right here. Let's see if we can turn around right here on the trail. Let's see what our lockover is like. Oh, this bike has an incredible lockover. Check this out. You can go full lock. So, I already know how good this bike's gonna do. This bike, you will be able to turn around right where you're sitting since it has full lock. Great turning radius. See, I like this a lot here, just kind of cruising slow, single motor. Feels pretty good out here riding the trail, not going too fast. It's a beautiful day out here. I'm just surprised how nice the bike rides on one motor. Just feels nice to cruise on that single motor. Pretty fun ripping down this road. Man, gotta love it. You gotta love the power. They won't let me ride you guys, so I gotta ride this bike, but it's just as fun, don't worry. All right, have fun chilling in the shade. All right, guys, we got this cool looking Tonnerrey. Just came kind of blank canvas, has the matte black paint on it. I am gonna do just a couple mods to this thing, change the looks up just a little bit. I'm gonna remove this rear seat assembly. I am gonna put some color on the battery. I'm gonna put some new pedals on the bike, and I am gonna put a golden chain on the bike. In addition to that, I do have some small underglow lights that I'm gonna put on the bike. That way you can change the colors as you ride. I'm going for the yellow color, but you will be able to do multiple colors with the setup that I got. All right, guys, let's put some of these parts on, see how we can change this bike up a little bit. I'm gonna start here, guys, by taking off this rear seat assembly. There is a tail light here, so you are gonna have some extra wires when you shorten this up. But there's actually another additional tail light mounting place up under the seat here. So this is meant to be removed and move the tail light over here. So let me do that. All right, guys, that's how easy it is to remove that rear seat assembly. You end up with a lot of extra wiring on your tail light. Now the tail light is pretty long. You're gonna have to bundle this wiring up, hide it up under the seat here somewhere. Just gonna install the tail light back here on this other license plate mount. There's actually a few holes in the bottom of the seat here, so you'll be able to zip tie that wiring right up to the top. Pretty cool. For the big old 60-volt battery itself, I got this golden carbon fiber wrap. I am going to put some of this on this battery, give it a little bit of color on the sides. Make sure to clean up the sides of your battery before you try to put any vinyl on here so it sticks good. Alcohol would be best. I don't have any alcohol at the moment, so I'm just going to use some Windex. Now this piece is just a little bit more manageable. Still wants to roll up. This is some pretty cool looking vinyl here. I bought this on Amazon. I like this one a lot. I am going to pull off the backing, see if I can stick it on here and then just trim around the edges. Actually, this does have a plastic layer on it that I will have to remove. Let me go ahead and squeegee this down. You could always put a little bit of heat to this stuff, guys, and pull it around the edges to make these edges a little bit sharp. That's going to help you trim it off. I don't think I'm going to have to do that today, but we'll see. I'm going to do this the simplest, quickest way, guys. I'm just going to go right ahead and trim around here with this razor knife. It's not going to be perfect like that, but it's going to be okay. Keep a steady hand. Going pretty well so far. Do have some other complicated cuts. I got to cut out around this battery indicator, and I got to cut out around this key lock over here. I'm going to cut it off over here to this angled edge. Stick everything down. Wow, this is turning out super nice. I don't want to mess up this part though. Push down your angle so you can see where to cut. And then try to peel it up. See how successful or not we are. Freaking beautiful. Make sure all your edges stay down. All right, guys. First time doing this. Other than at work. I've done stuff like this at work, but freaking awesome, tell you the truth. Now I'm just going to do the other side. Make sure your edges are all staying down. There is a little cutout here for the tray. I'd probably need to cut that out. So, but looking pretty good here. Real good start. All right, guys, we've got our golden battery on there. The bike came with some large, very nice pedals actually for being plastic. They're nice and wide. But I got some replacements here that got a little bit of color in them. A little bit of gold, a little bit of gray going on here. They are MZYRH. I will put the link for these in the description below the video if you want to get something like this. Let's put these on. I think they will match our colors here. We're also going to be going with the golden chain. So we're going to have a little bit of gold going on with this bike. Oop, wrong side. 15 millimeter. Get your pedals off. Keep your pedals if you need some extra. Let's see here. This is the right side, so I got the correct one. Remember, there is left and right side to pedals. These pedals actually get bolted in with an Allen wrench from the back side. A little bit different here. Different, but not hard. Actually, it is 8 millimeters. Yes, sir. There you go. Now you've got some nice metal pedals. Match our color scheme. Pretty awesome. Let me put the left side on. We'll be done with that. All right, guys, to go with our color scheme, next up we have a SUMC golden colored chain. You are going to have a chain breaker tool to get this chain off of here. There is no master link usually on factory bikes. The new chain will come with a master link, so you'll be able to put it on, take it off as needed. So you need a chain break tool like this. And it is also helpful if you have the pliers to pull the links together like this. These usually come in a set. I'm just going to go ahead and pop this chain, get this thing off of here so we can get our new SUMC golden chain on here. Screw this out. This does have two different size chain link positions. We'll figure out which one fits on this chain. All right, it was the smaller size that fits this chain. Then you're going to go ahead and screw the tool in, and you're going to push the little axle out of this chain, pop the link off. There you go. Before you remove the chain, you might want to take note of the orientation of the chain through the derailleur system. That way it just makes it a little bit easier to put back on and you don't get confused when you're putting your new chain through the routing. So just take a picture of that. Nothing wrong with your chain. You can keep it for future use. You will need a master link set up to put this chain back on, but it's definitely still a good chain. So keep that. There's actually a guide arm on both wheels, so you want to make sure it's in the right position on those. Put the chain on the smallest gear in the back. That gives you a little bit of extra length while you're trying to link it together. If you've never done these before, these two go together like this, and then they need to be pulled tight using these little pliers to lock them into place. You can start out by putting one side of the link in the chain to hold it in place. I'm going to go ahead and link the chain together while it's easier, then I will get it up on the crank ring. Get your two link halves pushed together tightly like this. Then you're going to get the pliers. These actually open up when you squeeze them. Put them between the two links and you are going to pull this master link tight. See that little gap there? Watch when it pops into place. Click. Now it's locked. Alright guys, the gold chain is on. But as you can see, this chain is actually a little bit too short. You see how this tensioner is pulled this way. This was a 116 link chain. I did order 128 link chain to put on here. But this will work for now, as long as I stay in the upper gears. But yeah, definitely 116 link chain is just too short for this bike. So when I get that longer chain and put it on, I will put the link for that chain in the description of the video. Looks pretty awesome though. That's how it's going to look even with the longer chain. Alright, next thing we're going to do to go with our golden theme here is we are going to change the top cap. I do have a gold colored one. We're going to replace this black one right here. This is just plain black. We are going to put this gold cap on top. We're not going to be loosening the handlebar main bolts. We're just going to be taking the top cap off, so none of this is going to move. Just go ahead and pull that out. Alright, we got the gold colored top cap. You can get different colored anodized bolts for these as well if you want to change the look up a little bit more. Just screw it in. Super easy mod, this one. Just get your top cap the direction you want it. I'm going to put it where I can read it. Alright guys. Last but not least, we're going to do something for the nighttime. I do have a set of LED lights here. This is a 4-pack of lights. These can Velcro up underneath your bike, change the look. They do have a gold color option, so I think that's going to go well with the bike. I'm going to tuck these up under certain places there. They can be Velcroed on. They can be put on with zip ties as well, or little rubber bands. This is totally color changing, and you do have some flashing modes. So you're going to have all sorts of options. Mainly I got them so I could do the yellow color to match with the theme of the bike. I do think I'm going to put a couple of these back here in the back. And I am going to tuck one up under the middle frame here. And then the last one I'm going to tuck up underneath the fork here that's going to shine down on this front fender. The kit does come with the 4 pieces of Velcro to stick these up under the bike. Alright guys, the lights are in place. Got a remote control. Pretty cool. Also the way I position the lights in the back is pretty cool. They are pretty visible back there. If you're trying to get in trouble, there you go. Alright guys, let's take a look at these lights at night. Pretty cool. Got the underglow going on. Got the 2 visible bright ones in the back. Let's check out some of these other colors. This is the white lights. That looks pretty good too. Got green. Got our police lights. Pretty awesome. Don't get caught with this. Got all your flashing modes. All kinds of stuff you can do with this, guys. Back to the gold. Pretty cool. You can see the Tonnerrey with the backlight behind it. Kind of stands out. Alright, we beat the train. Back on my side. There's one more thing I want to show you guys before I head on home. I want to show you what the top speed is on single motor. I'll even give you a little acceleration run here on single motor. I know we did the top speed and acceleration on dual motor. Let's try it on single motor. We have dropped the battery bar, but let's go anyhow. Somebody's going to be curious what it can do on single motor. There's 20. 25. We'll go for the radar gun here and see what it shows us. 28, 29, 30. Still accelerating. 31, 32. This is accurate, guys. So on single motor, you can cruise 31, 32 miles an hour. Takes you a little bit longer. Take you just a little bit longer to get up to speed, but this thing moves. This thing's fast. All right, guys, I just had a fun little ride on the Tonnerrey T8. Just rolled back into my area. Let me show you what I've done for range on this ride. I have put 14.4 miles on the bike on this ride. We have dropped one battery bar. I did start seeing that second battery bar starting to sag down, underload. When you let off, it comes back up. So we're sitting at 4 battery bars out of 5 after 14.4 miles. I did a whole lot of dual motor riding, a whole lot of high speed riding. So I do think that this thing is gonna get pretty good range, guys. For as much uphill, burning out, high speed, fast riding as I did, to only have dropped one battery bar after 14.4 miles seems to be pretty good. They do have a range claim of between 80 and 120 miles on this bike. That's gonna be riding really super slow to get any kind of range like that, guys. It looks like you're easily gonna get 30 to 40 miles of range out of this bike riding it pretty fast. All right, guys, overall, I do think the Tonnerrey T8 is probably one of the best bikes you can get for under $1,000 right now. Having the 60 volt system, the 30 amp hour battery, 3,000 watts of power. The bike took me 35 miles an hour, GPS verified. It's a cool looking bike. You can modify this thing up. It's got hydraulic brakes at this price point. That's pretty crazy too. Let me talk about some of the downsides. There's not very many. The front fork suspension is just kind of a basic suspension, guys. There is no adjustments on that. It is a pretty soft suspension and it gets the job done, but it's nothing to write home about. The bike is a hardtail in the rear, so you are gonna feel some of those big bumps if you go over them too fast. If you are gonna be doing a whole bunch of off-roading, I would recommend airing down those tires. The seat is pretty cushy though, and it does help take up a lot of the bumps. You got plenty of room here for 2 passengers, maybe a small child or something on the back here, or you could take this off and put a cargo rack if you want to do some deliveries or something. If you're thinking about getting one of these Tonnerrey T8s, please check out the links below for any discount codes. Please hit like and subscribe to the channel for more e-bike and scooter content like this. I really do appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you in the next one.